All right, let's get right into it. Number 10. The loneliest whale. Since 1989, researchers have been tracking a specific whale in the North Pacific. It's healthy, it migrates, and it sings. But here's the heartbreaking part. It sings at 52 hertz, a frequency so high that no other whale species can hear or understand it. This is the 52 hertz whale, wandering the ocean for decades, calling out into eternal silence. It's a discovery that highlights the frequency problem of existence. Think about it. We could be surrounded by alien signals or incredible natural phenomena right now, but because we aren't tuned to the right frequency, we're effectively alone. This whale is a living metaphor for the terrifying possibility that the universe is shouting at us, and we're just too deaf to hear the answer. Number 9. The dark oxygen discovery. We were always taught that oxygen on Earth comes from plants, sunlight, and a whole lot of green stuff. Well, in 2024, scientists went to the bottom of the Pacific Ocean, a place with absolutely zero sunlight, and found oxygen being produced anyway. Turns out, lumps of metal on the seafloor, called polymetallic nodules, act like geobatteries, splitting water molecules into oxygen and hydrogen through pure electricity. This discovery broke biology's brain. It means life didn't necessarily need the sun to get started. It just needed a very energetic rock. And here's the terrifying part. Deep-sea mining for our smartphone batteries might be accidentally suffocating an alien ecosystem we didn't even know existed until 5 minutes ago. Number 8. The plastic-eating bacteria. In 2016, scientists found a bacteria at a Japanese recycling plant that had stopped eating organic food and started munching on plastic instead. On one hand, it's a miracle. Nature finally stepped in to clean up our mess. On the other hand, it's terrifying. Evolution is adapting to the plastic age faster than we can track. If these microbes get too good at their jobs, they could theoretically start eating the plastic in our planes, cars, and medical equipment while we're still using them. It's a sobering reminder that while we're busy worrying about the end of the world, the microscopic world is just looking at our trash and saying, finally, some delicious gourmet garbage. Number 7. The gut-brain axis. You probably think you're the CEO of your own body, making high-level executive decisions about what to eat and who to date. In reality, you're more like a biological mech suit being piloted by trillions of bacteria living in your intestines. Science recently discovered that your gut microbiome actually sends signals to your brain that influence your mood, your cravings, and even your personality. If you're feeling depressed, it might not be a quarter-life crisis. It might just be that the bacteria in your colon are having a bad Tuesday and want more fiber. We used to think we were the pinnacle of evolution, but it turns out we're just a very elaborate walking transit system for microbes that have a terrifying amount of control over our free will. Your brain? Basically a decorative hood ornament for your stomach. Number 6. The Voynich Manuscript. Imagine a book written in elegant flowing script, filled with detailed illustrations of plants that don't exist and astrological diagrams that don't match our sky. For over a century, the world's best codebreakers, the same people who cracked the Enigma machine, have stared at the Voynich manuscript and come up with absolutely nothing. And it's not a prank. The ink and vellum are from the 15th century. It's terrifying because it represents a knowledge dead end. Either a brilliant mind created a language and a world that is now completely lost to time, or someone was so dedicated to a bit that they spent years writing a 240-page nonsense book just to confuse us. It's a reminder that human history is full of black holes where information goes to die. Number 5. Toxoplasmosis mind control. If you own a cat, you've probably joked that your feline friend is the true master of the house. Well, science has some bad news. It might not be a joke. Toxoplasma gondii is a parasite that can only sexually reproduce inside a cat's gut. To get there, it infects mice and literally rewires their brains to lose their fear of cats, even making the smell of cat urine attractive to them. But here's the kicker. Humans get it too. Roughly 1/3 of the global population has these cysts sitting in their brains right now. Studies suggest infected humans might have slightly altered personalities, slower reaction times, or a higher risk of car accidents. It changed science by showing us that our unique human behaviors might just be the side effects of a microscopic parasite trying to find its way into a litter box. Number 4. The Great Oxidation Event. Imagine you're a peaceful single-celled organism, minding your own business in the primeval soup. Life is great. The atmosphere is a cozy mix of methane and carbon dioxide, and nobody has ever heard of a lung. Then some overachieving cyanobacteria decide to invent photosynthesis. They start farting out oxygen like it's a revolutionary new lifestyle brand. To us, oxygen is the stuff of life, but to literally everything alive 2.4 billion years ago, it was a corrosive, toxic nightmare. This was Earth's first and most effective chemical warfare campaign. It wiped out nearly all life on the planet because they couldn't handle the fresh air. Your ancestors only survived because they learned to tolerate the very poison that murdered their neighbors. Essentially, you exist today because your great-to-the-millionth power grandparents were the only ones who could survive living inside a giant planetary bleach bottle. Number 3. Prions. You've heard of viruses and bacteria, living things with DNA and an agenda. Now meet the prion, a protein that forgot how to fold itself and decided to make it everyone else's problem. A prion isn't alive. You can't kill it with heat, radiation, or even standard sterilization. It's just a tiny, misshapen origami project that, upon touching a healthy protein in your brain, convinces that protein to also fold incorrectly. It's a zombie movie at the molecular level. Your brain slowly turns into a sponge while your immune system stands around like a confused security guard because it doesn't recognize a protein as an intruder. Discovering prions changed science by proving that a piece of dead matter can act like an infectious predator. Proof that the universe doesn't need a complex plan to end you. It just needs one tiny stubborn typo in your biological code. Number 2. The Bootes Void. Space is supposed to be empty, but the Bootes Void takes social distancing to a cosmic, terrifying extreme. Imagine driving across the United States and seeing absolutely nothing. No gas stations, no trees, no tumbleweeds, just a flat gray void for 3,000 miles. That's this place. It's a spherical region of nothingness so vast that if the Milky Way were in the middle of it, we wouldn't have even known other galaxies existed. Until the 1960s, astronomers expected to find thousands of galaxies there. They found about 60. It's the ultimate keep-out sign of the universe. Some scientists theorize it's just a natural quirk of gravity, while the more paranoid among us wonder if something out there is systematically deleting neighborhoods. Either way, the universe isn't just a crowded party. It has dark, empty basements that make our entire existence look like a crowded elevator. Number 1. False vacuum decay. Imagine the universe is a giant lukewarm bathtub. You're sitting in the water thinking everything is stable and fine, but then someone pulls the plug and a bubble of freezing cold water starts expanding at the speed of light, turning everything it touches into a different state of matter. That is false vacuum decay. Some physicists suspect our universe isn't in its most stable state. It's just mostly stable. If a high-energy event triggers a phase transition somewhere in the cosmos, a bubble of true vacuum could expand and incinerate the laws of physics themselves. You wouldn't even have time to say oops because the bubble moves at light speed. You just cease to be made of atoms. This discovery changed science by proving that a piece of dead matter can act like an infectious predator. Proof that the universe doesn't need a complex plan to end you. It just needs one tiny, stubborn typo in your biological code. And that's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.